When to get a divorce. Hey guys, my name is Danny and I'm your life and relationship coach. And today I wanted to talk about when you should get a divorce. Now, here at the Happily Committed Project, we are all about fixing relationships and making sure individuals are happy in their relationships. That's why it is called the Happily Committed Project. So, our goal is to work with you and your spouse, your partner, to try to make your relationship as strong as possible. Now, I completely understand there are times in which that is not a possibility. Sometimes a relationship breaks down so much that being together is toxic. It's not something that is good for you or your partner. So, when is it time to get a divorce? This is never an easy answer, and every situation, every circumstance will be different. But there are some signs, some indications of when it is time to get a divorce. Now, again, as I said before, and I would just like to reiterate, if you are making the decision, if you have come to this place in your relationship, just make sure you are 100% committed to that choice. Because the last thing that I want for you is to have any regrets in the decision that you are making. And a lot of the times, what ends up happening is that we have couples who end up getting divorced, and a year or 2 years down the line, they regret their decision and they want to get back with their ex. So just make sure you are 100% sure that you want to do this, that this is something that you feel is absolutely necessary for your own physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Now, if that is the case, I wanted to give you some of the signs and some of the things to identify within your relationship to know that it is time to get a divorce. So let's get right into it. The first thing is that your partner puts their needs above yours. And as I have mentioned before, and as I have mentioned in many videos before this, you want to make sure that your partner is exactly that, your partner. You guys are a team. And in order to be a team, there has to be compromise. You have to be willing to bend. And it's not necessarily that you are compromising so much or you are bending so far that you are losing yourself as a person. It is a mutual understanding. You guys are bending for each other. If you are unable to do that and your spouse is just putting all of their needs above yours, they don't care, whether they inconvenience you, they no longer respect your time. These are all indications that your marriage is probably over or it is headed towards its endpoint. Number two, there is no goodness left. You cannot think of anything good about your partner. All of the thoughts and the emotions that you are feeling are negative. Now, when you initially get into a relationship with somebody, there are times in which you will oversee a lot of things, you will overlook a lot of things because of your love for that individual. So you will try to see the positive in that person as much as possible. But if it gets to a point where all you can see is the negative and all you can do is criticize that individual and pinpoint all of those negative aspects about their personality, then it is likely that your perception of that individual has changed and you just do not like that individual. And vice versa, it is very possible that your partner feels the same way about you. And if that is the case, then it is probably a sign that your relationship or your marriage is over. The third sign or indication is unwillingness to change. Neither one of you are willing to change. In this situation, it can create a lot of fights, a lot of bickering, and it can create a very negative environment. Because if you are unwilling to change, that means you will constantly put up a fight. You will constantly push back on your partner. And it's also just a lack of being able to take accountability for your actions in the relationship, or your partner is unable to take accountability for their actions that may have led to the breakdown in the relationship and the crack of the foundation of the relationship. So if you are not willing to compromise, if you are not willing to really listen to your partner, understand what their needs are, and change a little bit just to try to shift the dynamic of the relationship and help the relationship, that unwillingness to change and consciously making that decision is absolutely a sign that you are nearing the end of your relationship and it is probably time for a divorce. And the final sign that I wanted to talk about today is number 4, affecting the kids. If you have kids, if you are married and you have children and this is affecting your kids in a negative way and they are experiencing you guys fighting all the time and treating each other poorly and having a lack of respect for each other and not compromising and not listening to each other, all of these things is something that will forever affect the kids. It is something that is ingrained into their memories, and they witness this, they experience this, and what this does is that this causes a certain amount of trauma for them, and it will come out later on in their adult lives. So if you are in a situation in which it is absolutely affecting the kids and the kids have actually even verbally told you guys or communicated with you guys that they are unhappy with the situation, it is 100% time to get a divorce. So again, just to recap some of the signs. Number 1, your partner puts their needs above yours. Number 2, there is no goodness left. You can't see any goodness left in your partner. Number 3, you are unwilling to compromise. You or your partner are unwilling to compromise. And number 4, it is affecting the kids. If all 4 of these signs are present, or if any of these signs are present, and you feel like it is just not a good situation to be in, then you have to make the best decision for yourself and for your family. If you feel like you can relate to this video, please make sure you hit the like or the subscribe button below. If you feel like you can relate to this in some way, or you've been through this, or you are currently going through this, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what you are going through, any questions that you may have, anything that you may have, please make sure you put it in the comment box below. If you would just like to dive a little bit deeper and try to understand the topic a little bit further, please make sure you visit us at happilycommitted.com, where we have a multitude of different videos and articles and blogs on this subject and many other subjects as well. You can also book a one-on-one coaching session with either myself or one of the other amazing coaches that we have on the team. Again, my name is Danny. I am your life and relationship coach. I hope you guys are staying happy and healthy, and I hope to see you guys soon.